Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Ready to Love, Season 9, Episode 9.
9-9. Listen here. I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to like. I need y'all to share. I need y'all to comment. Because I feel like this is going to be a good episode. And I feel like we're going to do a better job with this episode. You feel me?
I feel you.
You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Walk us through it.
So we start with everyone driving to the Getaway.
Mm-hmm.
Patrice is driving some people in her Sprinter van.
Yeah.
It looks like they might have hired her to go there, or maybe she's just, she has the van, so she's taking people. But either way, Patrice getting her driving on. Vanessa and Mieka are riding with LaRon and Chaz. Chaz is driving.
No, stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think of anything of Vanessa sitting in the front seat?
I thought, with her being in the front seat, that Chaz and her was like each other's number one.
That's how she was talking.
Yeah.
She was talking as if, or the way it looked to me when they was riding in the car, as like, we are a couple and we got our
homies in the back.
Our homies in the back. The way that it just like, she got the visor down, doing the makeup and things like that. And Chaz even mentioned, he was like, you only really had one connection. And she was kind of speaking for quote unquote Chaz, even though Chaz never really admitted to having one connection.
Right.
Dude, you get what I'm saying? Like, she over there like, I only have one connection and things like that. Like, we only have one connection. Well, wait a minute, Vanessa.
He's like, slow your roll. You had a little fake connection with Dominique.
Fake. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Chaz has multiple connections.
Yes.
And he is going to try to figure out how to navigate spending time with his multiple connections. Mm-hmm. And he even says the people he wants to connect with more. And I'm just like, isn't this the time to start narrowing down? I mean, we're well into the season.
Now, mind you,
the getaway is when we're like trying to figure out who we really want to be with.
Mind you, he has multiple connections and he says, and I'm going to use this trip to try to connect with everybody else. It's not enough that I have basically all the women. I want all the women. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And mind you, he told us this. He didn't say this in the car with Vanessa and all that stuff. Vanessa thinking this is a time for them to go to the next level in their connection. But Chaz made fun of her a little bit.
Yeah. Well, folks are fighting over rooms as soon as they get there.
Mm-hmm.
And Chaz, he goes into Mieka's room and she's saying, this is my room. I like the shower. Like, don't come trying to sneak in here, whatever the case may be. Well, he hops into bed and they end up holding hands. Vanessa walks in
oh my goodness.
The second they do it. And then she walks right out. Chaz hops up immediately and he tells her, I haven't figured out where I'm sleeping yet. Apparently to Vanessa, it didn't look like it.
Mm-hmm.
But Vanessa wishes that Chaz would show her more intentionality.
In a moment, at this moment, I'm thinking Vanessa doing a little bit too much.
Okay.
I'm thinking like Vanessa is a little jelly. You get what I'm saying? Like, you straight walking in with me and Mieka. Now, granted, at that moment, I'm not going to hold you. From the commercials or the previews, it did look like Chaz and Mieka had a moment.
Yes.
But Chaz was just fooling around.
He really was just kidding. Yeah. But if you would have walked in and only seen that snapshot, it did look like it was bigger than it was. Mm-hmm. And even the fact that Mieka rode with them in the car.
Exactly.
While Vanessa's talking about, it's just me and you. Mm-hmm. And then Mieka end up in the bed with the man. Yes, I would feel a way too.
Yeah. For one, stop following me then. You know what I mean? Stop looking for me. Look for your room, Vanessa. Don't look for me. You feel me?
Right. Well, Tommy, he ends up coming on a boat.
Of course, he has to.
Yes. He tells them to visualize if they can see themselves long-term with their connection. Mm-hmm. And the ladies also have the power again this week to eliminate.
Ron said again? Oh, no.
He thought he could chill.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Vanessa's by the bar. Chaz knows that she gets short and quiet when she gets angry, so he pulls her for a chat.
Yeah.
He's rubbing her hair. He's trying to talk to her. She's giving him the cold shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "You're mad I jumped in the bed."
Mm-hmm.
She said, "You can sleep where you want." She tells him, "Actually, I don't think we should sleep together."
Stop right there. Do you think she alluded right at that moment that they possibly did sleep together? Because why would you tell me that?
I didn't take it as sleeping like sexual. I thought she meant sleeping as in we don't have to sleep in the same room. Like you don't have to be in my room. Actually, don't come in my room.
But why would you say that if we haven't already slept in the bed together?
Well, because I think she thought that during this trip, like, he would share the room with her because they're each other's top connections.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like he probably, the way he treats Vanessa is different, I feel like, compared to how he treats the other women. The other women, I feel like, he's trying to play the game and trying to get them to like him. But I feel like with Vanessa, like, he actually sits and talks to her, tries to get to know her, and he cares about her emotions and how she feels if she's upset with him. Even by the fact of him pulling her to the side and, like, rubbing her head and, you know, trying to, like, make her feel comfortable. And he was like, dang, like, I know I messed up.
Well, mind you, he didn't pull her to the side. He found her because she went to the bar.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Do you think in that moment that Vanessa had a right to feel some type of way, though? Because I'm like, at the end of the day, it is a game show. It is a love show. It is a show to where, you know, I know, like, you watch this show for 9 seasons and things like that. And you said this is usually the trip where you actually build on what you already have besides creating something new.
Right.
So do you think she had the right to kind of feel kind of like...
slighted?
Yeah.
I do. And even though that's not her man... sometimes people can talk to you in a way to where it makes you believe that you're more serious than you are.
I'm only lying to you.
So I feel like I can't say what Chaz has told her.
Yeah.
But the way they seem to be around each other, it seems like it might be deeper than he's putting on. Like, he's making it seem like he's just connecting with everybody. But it seems like Vanessa does have a special spot in his heart, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like Vanessa, you shouldn't have put all your eggs in one basket. And to Blair's point, maybe Chaz was the type of guy that told you know what, baby, you don't need that basket. You know what I mean? I should carry all your eggs. You know what I mean? Maybe he was that type of guy while he's like in the meanwhile being flirty and things like that. Can you take, is my question to Vanessa, can you take him being serious with you knowing that he's still going to play the game and be flirty with everybody else?
I think up until this point, she was with it.
Until she had to see it?
Not really until she had to see it, but it's just like, this is the point to where we're actually trying to narrow down because there's only so many people.
Yeah.
I mean, goodness gracious, how many do you want?
All of them.
All of them.
You heard of it.
So I think up to this point, and also because her little fake connection left, and she realizes, like, okay, you have to be in the favor of the women to keep staying here.
Yeah.
But if we're at the point where people are actually narrowing down, this is the person I want to be with, usually other people respect that you have a partnership.
Oh, okay.
So they'll say, even though I'm not connecting with them, so-and-so has a deep connection, so we should keep them in here for them.
Point. That's actually a good point.
And that's usually what happens around this time versus people still being like, well, I connect with so-and-so and I connect with so-and-so. It's usually, I respect what they have going on and I'm going to leave that alone.
But at the same time, I think, as crazy as it may sound, they probably would have respected that with LaRon and like Koshia, maybe.
If there wasn't a whole conspiracy going on.
Once we will get to. But as much as you just said what you just said, I don't think they view Chaz and Vanessa that way. Especially the other women.
No, I don't
because
think so.
they like him too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's like, wow, we not going to sleep together? Well,
and
okay.
she asked, well, what do you think? And he really doesn't have an answer.
No.
And she tells him that he needs to narrow down his connections.
What? Why?
She said, you need to be a leader and be a man and figure it out.
Listen, just because your man went home, don't be coming over here and talk about I got to get rid of my woman's.
Right.
Okay.
Well, Alonzo's talking to LaRon, talking about how the energy is off in the house.
Of course.
So LaRon calls a house meeting.
Of course he does.
I didn't think this was necessary. Why are we doing a house meeting?
For one, I wouldn't have even came. I'm like, who? LaRon? Nah,
I ain't getting up.
I'm getting on a jet ski.
Right. He says nobody is married to anyone. And he's laying the ground rules for the weekend.
Yeah. He said, these are the ground rules, guys.
He said, don't get salty about somebody talking to your connection. He says, no secret alliances about eliminating people. And Rashina asks, well, was there a secret alliance? What are you talking about? He calls out that there was a group chat / alliance that William was a part of when Will was there. And he said that someone said that I'm getting rid of LaRon's connection Co has to go. Talking about Koshia.
Mm.
And William says that without context, if you were to see the text, it would look worse than it actually is.
Listen here. LaRon was like, don't try. I got the messages. Okay? like you heard him get, like, listen here. LaRon was like, because you heard him say it in the confessional. He said, bro, I might be going home because I haven't really been putting forth effort of building another connection.
This was his Hail Mary.
He was like, you know what? Conspiracy.
Okay.
Ladies, here's the thing. At first, I thought he was talking about Vanessa.
I thought so too at first.
I thought something happened off camera that, quote unquote, that we didn't see when he was talking about, like, listen here, nobody's married to nobody, let everybody be free and things of that nature. But you really can never tell with Alonzo, and especially with LaRon, with Alonzo. And then you have LaRon, when he started about conspiracy, he never got over them getting rid of his girl.
Nope.
And things like that.
But I'm like, I didn't feel like he fought for her though.
I mean,
they didn't show it.
I mean, like, how can he fight for her when it's a majority vote? Because even then, as we gonna see in the scene, Mieka, her name's Mieka, right?
Yeah.
Mieka was like, yeah, it was weird that week that me and Koshia was at the bottom.
I don't think it was weird that Mieka was at the bottom.
Listen here, let Mieka think she doing something, okay? But she probably thought like that week and things of that nature, right?
Sorry, y'all.
It's okay. Probably things of that week and things of that nature. She probably thought like, how am I at the bottom with Koshia? Like, it seemed like a planned attack. And I was like, well, LaRon, if this is your Hail Mary, and William, if you over there sending text messages and being part of a group of getting people out and things of that nature, you deserve to be outed in that way.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying?
I agree. Like, you should not get to like skate on by.
No.
When people are out here actually trying to build real connections and you want to get this person out.
And then on top of that, bro, you should already have your lie ready to go. If you know you part of
he was caught off guard. He was like, well.
No. My thing is, if you're part of a group chat that is conspiring to get people off the show, you got to have your safety net already put together.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But the fact that, because somebody even said that, they said, he wrote all that in text messages? Like, that's kind of crazy to put that in writing.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And now everybody looking at you crazy. Your girl, Maya, or your connection, Maya, looking at you like, ew. You get what I'm saying? Because for one, you already got the 2-time divorce, 3 kids working against you. You get what I'm saying? And now you talking about you like a little chatty patty. Like, no one want to deal with that. You know?
Yeah, Maya was totally turned off.
Yeah, she was.
And at this point, she's questioning her connection with William because she's not feeling all that messiness.
William, you better do... How is William going to fix this?
He goes to talk to Maya.
Okay.
He says that he's told Maya from the beginning stuff that's been going on, but the texts are going to look bad.
What?
You are not giving me no hope in you saying stuff like that. He says that he's been honest this whole time. He just wants to make sure that they're good. She said she's going to try to look past it and try to enjoy the weekend.
That's not what she told us in the confessional.
Right, but she's not feeling him.
No.
She's pretty much over him.
William, this is the time to use that comedian job you got. To use a joke or something to break the ice or something like that. Listen here, granted, it was funny hearing Mieka talk out the loudest, knowing how she don't really got a connection with nobody on the show. William was basically trying to explain, saying, like, Will said, you know, the women are after us, the guys and stuff like that, and the women lounge, and they doing things like that. And Mieka's like, yo, like, that shouldn't even be going on. And William was like, this was only from, like, day one. This was only from day one. This wasn't, like, continuous. She was like, it shouldn't have happened at all.
But the thing is, that's where you know it started with Alexis. And I think that, look, when these people get on the show, you would think that they would know how the show goes when it comes to the men's and the ladies' lounge, about talking about their connections, who they're clicking with, who they're not, experiences that they're having, and all of that.
Yeah.
Alexis just warped that whole conversation and situation into something so negative, to where she made the men that she told believe that these women were dogging these men out, when that was not the case.
It wasn't the case at all.
That was not the case. So, I mean, even if William was part of it, he shouldn't have been part of it, but if he's going off of one person's recollection and she's making it seem like it's so terrible, then I think that, I'm not going to say give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm going to be like, well, you were working with limited information and you didn't know who to trust at that point, you know?
At that point, be the snitch.
Yeah.
I actually would have been like, hey, I don't know if this will be happening, guys, but Lex is texting me what y'all saying. like, because listen here, whenever there's no guy code, remember, LaRon only exposed this because he felt like he was about to be eliminated.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like he did. I don't know who told him he had to be the leader. I don't know who told him they got to set rules and things of that nature. He was like, you know what? I know how to do it. I'm going to become so likable amongst everybody that they're going to be like, LaRon is a good guy, you know?
Yeah, he could last another week.
At least another week, exactly. Well, at least 2 weeks, because, listen here, if Tommy comes out and say the women have the power again for the third week, he going to lose his mind.
Okay? Well, Mieka and Justin, they hop on a jet ski.
Yeah.
He made a sharp turn, and they both fall into the water.
Oh,
Thankfully, they have their vests on, and they get back up on the jet ski.
That's embarrassing. He said, I saw the look in her eyes. She was like, oh, my God, I'm about to die. Listen here, man. I know he felt bad. Because he's like, you know, he got Mieka on the jet ski and things like that. He feeling good. He feeling real masculine.
Yeah, she all pressed up into his back.
He probably going a little too fast. You get what I'm saying? And he hit a turn, and that's when, you know, they both in the water. I'm like, oh, man.
But I thought it was cute when he got her back on the boat. Like, he didn't immediately, like, just start driving. Like, he actually turned around, like, to make sure she was good.
To make sure her vest was on?
Yeah.
The eyelash is gone, though, girl.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of sweet.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. Justin, he's in my top running for the moment because he's coming across as the most genuine.
The top running for who, though?
No,
I mean, like, connection with who, though?
I'm not even saying connection. I guess, like, the best guy on the show for any of the women to actually connect with. Because I thought he was connecting with Rashina at first. I don't know what happened with that. Maybe with Mieka it could work, but she doesn't want to have kids. He said he would be okay with it, but I think he does want to have children eventually. But I feel like he seems like the most genuine and kind.
Justin seemed like the type of guy that you end up falling in love with.
Because he comes across kind of regular.
Yeah, he's regular. He's there, but he's like the one you put on the back burner.
Okay.
And then you realize that, like, the way you've been moving, it haven't been working. And then you realize that, like, oh, the one that basically been there and quote unquote that grew on you a little bit. Okay. That's who Justin is. Justin, like the guy that come through, he help you out. You know what I mean? He make it known what his intention is. It seem pure and things like that. He don't move too fast. And then, like, right when you get done dating Future, you get what I'm saying? That's when all of a sudden you want to date Russell.
You just need somebody nice.
Exactly. You know, you get tired. You know?
Yeah. Well, Maya says that she's going to give LaRon an opportunity since she's not feeling William.
Here's the thing about Maya. I'm not feeling Maya.
I really don't think Maya's feeling anybody, to be honest.
I'm not feeling Maya. And it's not even like I don't like her. I just can't read her. I can't read her.
She has a great poker face. I'll give you that. She doesn't, you can't tell what she's thinking.
No.
Well, LaRon looks forward to living with the woman. They're talking. He gets sad coming back home by himself when he's out partying all night. Mind you, right before this, he says he's tired of the party and narrative that people have for him.
That he said.
Yeah, in the same sentence, he's talking about, I'll be coming home all late at night, and, you know, I'm sad being by myself. And it's just like, well, you just be out. You just be out, don't you?
Stay home then.
Maya says that she's not concerned about his lifestyle because she lives a similar lifestyle. She works hard. She plays hard. When it's the weekend, she wants to have fun. And he says that he preferred not to date someone with kids, and honestly, that's her preference too. But it seemed like she was willing to look over it for William, but I mean, that's a lot to look over. No,
it's a lot. Like you have too many, and then on top of that, you chatting, and Maya don't have no kids, right?
Right.
See, here's the thing about Maya. I think LaRon may be over his head with Maya. I think I view Maya and Mieka the same, right? Like, you gotta be careful with those women or those people that say, I work hard and I play hard. Because when they play, they play. And can you front the tab on their little playground, on their little playpen?
That's true. Because your play might be going out to the bar. Her play might be going to Mexico.
His play is PlayStation.
Right.
Dude, you get what I'm saying? And her play,
calling off work to play the game.
Exactly. Like, with her, she's like, are you going to take me to Aspen? He's like, huh?
Right.
Like no. Like, I have a second controller. Maya just seems like that type of person. And I think I am influenced by her ex. Dude, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when he basically was like, can you front the bill? Do you make enough money for her in that sense? And even though I think she said, like, I got my own money and things like that. I think she said that to not scare everybody off.
Yeah.
But listen, he may know something that we all don't know. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Patrice asked Chaz, do you have my phone number? And Chaz says no, he didn't save it from the first mixer.
God.
And she was trying to figure out why he hadn't reached out to her. Was it an issue there or whatever the case may be? So she pulls him to the side. Chaz says that he wanted to reach out to her, but he had another connection. He's not trying to be misleading. Chaz apologizes, and they decide to have a reset. So I guess this is one of the new connections that Chaz is planning on building on.
Connection number 3.
At the end of this process, Patrice wants a husband, and that is something he asked her what she wanted. She wasn't just throwing it out there. She feels that they're on the same level when she went to his house, and he says that he felt the same way when he learned about her businesses. He says that as a man, he'll figure everything out.
Listen here, Patrice, he's not into you.
My thing is, I don't believe Chaz, because you learned about her businesses and you didn't ask her for her number. Like,
no, he did. He just didn't press save on the phone.
No, I'm saying from the first mixer. I don't even know if he knew about her businesses at that point. Look, but the more he got to know her, it's not like he made an effort in trying to connect with her. She had to go to him to ask him, what's up?
Look, Chaz
he's not into you.
Chaz not into Patrice.
No.
But my whole point is, I looked at this scene and I was like, what about your guy Goofy, Patrice? You over here trying to build a new connection with Chaz. Well, you got a connection already. You got Goofy.
But I see why all the women are going after Chaz, because I think he's like the picture of stability and like a grown man.
Okay.
So I can see why people would want to be with him, especially, I mean, his house is banging. So I can get that.
But my whole point is, this is not the time, using your words, Blair.
I agree with you.
To build new connections.
Yeah.
This guy rented out a whole museum for you last episode. And
that's true.
And that just shows that at the end of the day, Goofy is not Mickey.
Okay.
You're not Mickey Mouse. You're Goofy. No matter how close you feel and things of that nature, she over here carrying your note and things like that. You know, listen, she playing the game. At the end of the day, she wants to make sure that the real man has her phone number, and he's like, he said I had it, but I didn't save it because I didn't want it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's a difference. So Patrice, I think this is more says more about Alonzo than it says about Chaz and Patrice altogether.
Okay. Well, Vanessa and Alonzo talk.
Okay.
And what's his name? Alonzo is saying that trust is a must-have in a relationship, and I thought he said that Patrice is like the one. I don't know if I heard that correctly.
I think he mentioned her. Yeah,
but he said that he always gets told that he's a fun guy, but he's trying to get over that hurdle of pretty much being goofy.
He can't help it
because the next scene, they're talking about having a dance party. He's the first one on the dance floor with his bonnet on. Just dancing. I'm like, you are not trying to get over this hurdle, sir.
Listen,
at all.
You just listen here. No matter. Look, a zebra can't take off his stripes. You get what I'm saying? You just goofy.
And I think that whoever he decides to be with is going to love and appreciate that for him.
But she can't be goofy though, because men don't like goofy.
Yeah,
men don't like goofy. That's the unfortunate part about it.
But I think with him, his issue is I don't know if he knows when to turn it on and off.
It's who he is. It's not an on and off thing.
That's true.
It's not an on and off thing. He's just a goofy guy. He's over there talking like, you know, like Patrice is my connection. I really like her, and I know I've been told that I'm the fun guy, and I always get put in this fun zone as the goofy guy. But I'm really gonna do my best to get over those hurdles. What's that music?
Let me get my bonnet.
It's just he can't help it. It's just who he is.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So and then you gonna hear it in the later on down the line what they think of him. It's just that's why he keeps finding himself in these situations where he's almost about to be eliminated, because they like, hey,
nobody take him seriously. But I don't think he takes anybody seriously either. I think this is all a game to him.
I don't know. See, to him, I think he wants to, but he can't help it. When there's a difference between being viewed as funny and being viewed as goofy. They view him as the person that, quote unquote, hey, come on everybody, let's dance, come on, let's drink, and things like that. But when it's time to actually have a connection, when it's time to have sex, I don't have sex with the hype man. You get what I'm saying? The hype man is there to, quote unquote, push the star.
Yeah.
That's why Patrice said, I don't want the hype man. I want Chaz and things like that. But he can't help it. So he's there. He grabs his bonnet because he thinks that'd be funny and things like that. And he's over there dancing, doing whatever dances they doing, electric slide or whatever they doing.
Right.
But you realize that this is supposed to be a dance competition, whatever they're supposed to be doing. Chaz not up there tap dancing, trucking and driving and things like that. He's just a cool guy.
Right.
You know
but the
mean?
thing is, the ladies end up joining him. And then when the other guys end up joining, they're actually dancing with the women.
Yes.
That's the difference.
Yes.
That's the difference. Well, LeBron tells Maya that I really need to be your man.
No.
He's all up in her face.
He didn't say like that. He said, you know what? I need to be your man. Okay? For one, he was drunk. Right?
Yes.
I think everybody in the house, he was like, I need to be your man. Okay? Like, me and you need to be together. And Maya's looking like, you got me cornered.
But her face is such a good poker face. I don't know what she was thinking. No. She was just laying up against the wall, just looking at him.
She wasn't against the wall. She was literally holding on to that lever of that refrigerator.
Oh, yeah.
Like, basically, like, I don't know what he gonna do. If he get any closer, he's gonna be in me. He was like, you know what? I need to be your man. You know what I'm talking about? I need to be your man.
Yes.
What you think about that?
I love you when it's uncomfortable. I can only imagine what she was feeling with LeBron. So she feels that they've gotten to know each other better. She hugs him. Patrice is asking why William is being so isolated.
Yeah.
And she pulls him to the side. Apparently, he's struggling being the backbone of his family. He had to take a leave of absence from work to help take care of his dad. And Patrice basically tells him to lean on God.
Listen here. LeBron had a Hail Mary. William got a Hail Mary now. My dad about to die. And look, man, feel sorry for me. No. For one, this made me look at you even weirder. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like, your people sick and you on the show?
Yeah.
Was there a woman on the show that like some type of family situation came up and she like left on her own? So it just shows that, hey man, those tears is not going to save you from elimination.
Right.
Patricia's out there just basically like, you can call me if you need anything, but at the end of the day, like, people will send you home more because they feel like, you know what, you need to be home with your daddy.
Exactly. You got other things you need to worry about. Well, Chaz and Rashina are having a moment in the kitchen. He's licking stuff off her chest.
Oh, man.
Eating strawberries out her mouth. And we saw Vanessa went to bed. So, so she was nowhere in vicinity. He says that the temptation just hit him.
Listen
he
here.
couldn't control himself.
Listen, and that's connection number 4.
Yes.
He started with 2. He started with Vanessa, quote unquote. Well, let's say Vanessa's the real connection. And then, with Mieka and things like that, that was a possible.
Yeah.
And then Patrice came and jumped in
out
his
of nowhere.
He was like, okay, that's 3. And the next thing you know, he licking strawberries off women's chests and things like that. And the funny thing about it is, I don't know who Rashida's connection is. Truth be told, I get her and Patrice mixed up sometimes. So I'm like, so when I saw Rashida, I was like, hold on, who you here for? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's over there kissing and things like that. And it looked like she didn't want to go all out on camera because, they took the strawberry from each other's mouth and he looked like he wanted a little bit more lip action. She turned her head a little bit because it was about to get indignant on Oprah's network. You get what I'm saying? But it just is what it is. I made sure that my main connection was sleep. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be downstairs having fun.
Yeah. Well, Patrice, like you said, is now another love connection for Chaz. Yeah. Vanessa doesn't think that he should be putting more on his plate. She hopes that he can find his way out of the situation that he's digging himself in.
Be a leader, she said.
Yes. Chaz can see himself with any of his connections. He's juggling 4, and he says that he'll continue to pursue all 4 until he's sure.
Connect 4.
Tommy arrives.
Yeah.
Rashina reveals, and then we get into the ladies' lounge.
Yeah.
Rashina reveals the fruit situation with Chaz.
That was strange to me.
Patrice was saying that she got a chance to talk to him and she even got a good morning beautiful text from him.
Okay.
And she thinks that he is giving her the energy that he should have been from the beginning.
What about Alonzo though? You like Alonzo, right?
Vanessa says that Chaz is her top connection. He's been her top connection. And honestly, there's not much more that she can give. It's up to him to make his choice at this point.
Okay.
Mieka says that she also got the good morning beautiful text from Chaz.
Wait a minute now, Chaz. Not you over here CCing these women. Listen here, man. I think Rashida was being messy with that. He licked strawberries off me.
Yeah.
Nobody needed to know that.
Nobody needed to know
Nobody needed to know that. Because at the end of the day, I think when the men is in power, Rashida is going home. Because I don't know who her connection is. I forgot she was on the show.
Honestly, and I feel like Mieka should be the one to go first, but I do feel like Rashina will go first.
Mieka's not going because I think Mieka's building enough. She got Chaz and Justin in her bag. And like LaRon.
And LaRon is like her friend.
Yeah, so like Mieka might have played it good, basically. Just be around. She has the look because even Justin joked around when he turned the jet ski over when they got done drying off and things like that. He said, I thought that caboose was weighted and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just trying to make fun of it. But I think in this moment, Rashida, I think people just gonna be like, okay, who do we eliminate? And they be like, we can't eliminate Maya. We cannot eliminate Patrice. We cannot eliminate Vanessa and Mieka. Oh my goodness, which one out of those 4 are we going to eliminate? And that's when Tommy will be like, there's one more woman, there's Rashida. He will be like, oh, get rid of her.
Yeah.
And because I don't know who she connecting with.
Right.
Only thing, thank goodness she got to kiss Chaz with the strawberries and stuff like that, because I don't know who she connected with.
Well, we get the bottom 3.
Yeah.
They are Alonzo, LaRon, and William. And production for this show is so terrible.
Listen here. Production showed this commercial like in the halfway mark. I'm like, what's going on here?
And the thing is, we got to see next week that they're going to be introducing the men to their families, or the women. Yeah, to their family members. And we got to see all of the men who got introduced to the family except for one.
Who? William.
So William went home.
So what's the point? So here's the thing. I think Owen is funny. Tommy is funny. Whoever's in control of production. Because the nerve of y'all to leave this episode on a cliffhanger.
Exactly. When we saw the commercial.
It was better off just eliminating him in this episode because we saw the commercial. How about y'all don't show no Ready to Love commercials at all while the show is on? Exactly. I don't know how that happened. Because the same thing happened with the Koshia and Mieka situation. I knew that Koshia went home because we were seeing things of Mieka in upcoming episodes. And I was just like, y'all just be doing anything, I guess. But that's it. And then anything else?
And that's all.
Listen here. Don't let me get in front of this camera the way LaVon was in Maya's face. Telling y'all to subscribe, telling y'all to like, telling y'all to comment, telling y'all to share the content. Okay? Anything else you want to share? How are you feeling overall? We're 9 episodes in on this season. How are you feeling about this season compared to others?
This season is a dud.
Really?
It is.
Did I come near the end of Did I come near the bad part of Ready to Love?
I feel like Ready to Love is always kind of up and down. It depends on like the cast that they have and if people are making real connections. Yeah. And I feel like this season is all about game and strategy. I don't know who's connecting for real, and these dates don't make sense. So to me it's a wash. But I mean, I'm interested to see what happens next.
Hey, me too. Make sure y'all come back next week while we see who gets eliminated between the guys. Y'all be good.
Bye.